Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Vishal bhai.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Chetan bhai.
Good morning, Chetan.
Good morning.
ये अभी अगर अपन ने किया एक बार तो उसमें हिस्ट्री में रहेगा नंबर आ जाएगा.
Sanjay sir, good morning.
नमस्ते साहब.
Namaskar.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, दादा.
ये अभी आएगा. अभिनंदन जाइए.
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी.
वीडियो ऑन नहीं किया. ये किया.
वीडियो नहीं किया है.
वीडियो नहीं किया.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Satish bhai.
Good morning, सुधीर. क्यों आज
Good
एकदम
morning.
हॉरिजॉन्टल क्या है?
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
मैं समझा क्या मालूम.
No. So everything all right?
All well?
Okay, that's good.
How is Omkar? विजय
Yeah,
भाई
Omkar
नमस्ते.
is fine.
नमस्ते विजय भाई.
नमस्ते काजी साहब.
जी भाई हीरानंदानी कैसा है?
ऑल गुड.
किधर है अभी? डीमार्ट के सामने है या डीमार्ट के पीछे है?
डीमार्ट के सामने.
अच्छा.
आपके नजदीक.
अच्छा संजू आए क्या? संजू आए क्या? संजू इज देयर?
आया है ना सर. आया.
हाँ तो संजीव सर हम लोग अभी एक 30 सेकंड में चालू करेंगे और सब लोग बाकी म्यूट करेंगे. 30 सेकंड्स आई विल गिवन टू ऑल. उसके बीच में सब लोग म्यूट करो और संजीव सर चालू करेंगे. ओके
आनंद.
प्लीज म्यूट एवरीबॉडी.
आनंद. हेलो. हाय शशि.
हाँ बोलो ना. बोलो सुन रहा हूँ. बोलो ना. हेलो. हाँ बोलो ना सर.
Hello, Anand.
हाँ यस.
There is a facility that the host can mute all the people.
हाँ मैं आई एम नॉट द होस्ट. विशाल इज द होस्ट. विशाल कैन सी एवरीबॉडी.
विशाल भाई म्यूट करना को बदाने एक्सेप्ट द होस्ट.
हाँ विशाल सबको म्यूट कर दो और संजीव से चालू करो. अभी 15 सेकंड रहेंगे खाली.
Good morning everyone. Good morning. Anand, shall I start now?
Sanjeev bhai, only you can speak. Everybody is on mute. Okay. So
Okay,
you can start.
okay, understood.
Please. Yep.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Thanks in advance for sparing your time for Cosma. You all know today's topic. Question is why we are discussing it now. That today's topic is payment terms and conditions. I think Uday has joined or not? Uday Desai? About 8 years back or so, I met Uday Desai. He had taken myself, Satish Bhai and Soheb sir to show his factory. That time his factory was near Pragati Power Controls. He showed all the quality standards he was maintaining at that point of time. While we were together discussing membership drive, hello? While we were together discussing membership drive, normally it is our favorite topic. He stressed upon us how to differentiate or stand apart Cosma members from others who are not members. So his views were minimum quality standard to be maintained or added to. Payment terms for Cosma members. Being Cosma member means should get business on priority over others. Market must only deal with Cosma members, or Cosma members should easily grab the attention of customers, etc. But you all know our business takes place in the limited area of our influence or relationship or through highly satisfied customers which we create or maintain. I hope many of us you will agree to it. When we start crossing each other's area of influence, price war competition comes into picture. I don't say competition is bad for business. We exist only because we have a competition which keeps us on our toes all the time, making efficient better than our competitors, etc. So all this we heard him and moved over to next prospective member around his area. The conclusion is Uday demanded it 8 years before these payment terms. He wanted to have it. But dilemma with committee members was, as a committee members, we were out to make members. Many of us, after a lot of persuasion, people become member. Now, first accept them as a member or interview them for a quality practice or a business ethics they are following. Or look for reasons to accept them or reject them as a members. Obviously, answer to this was make them member first to increase the strength of the association. Our association founding objectives were create brotherhood all around equal footing, foster better relations and unity, knowledge sharing, training programs, factory visit and fellowship get together. These were only our objectives initially when it started. But these objectives were sufficient to provide us intangible benefits such as networking opportunity among ourselves, taking away the animosity among ourselves, sense of community, common purpose, common platform, also opportunity to volunteer, etc. to the members. That's what we are doing, volunteering to this cause. At no point of time, Cosma advocate the price rigging or collusion among ourselves to make more profits at the cost of customers. We have to make profit from customers, but at the same time, not by other means. I don't want to use that bad word. But still, we have to go a long way as far as membership development is concerned. For this, please listen carefully. I call upon you all to act as the president of the association and request every member to add one member to the association, which will catapult the strength of the association. You all know always numbers speak, nothing else, anywhere, everywhere. At right time, members will come forward for their needs to be addressed by the association. That time is now to change the course of the association's objective. I just want to go back from 90 onwards, since I started my business since 89. So just want to give you some glimpse of that. We got one boom after the another, like FMCG products, automobile, pharma, infrastructure, IT sector, real estate, commercial space and residential space. Many people grew during this period and made money as well. Today's problems are associated with commercial residential real estate boom without demand and over trading, etc. Our customer also have a problem of unsold inventories, debit burden, etc. Over trading is the biggest cause of misery we all are collectively facing today. More numbers of players come into a picture. Fierce competition starts taking place. We started crossing each other territories. The Bangalore people came to Mumbai, Mumbai people went to Hyderabad, Hyderabad people went to Delhi, like that. Otherwise, our business were limited to the either our capitals or our state, something like that initially. Now I see good growth in infrastructure, government spending, and data center space. Other than this, really, I also don't know from where the next growth will come, because already whatever was to grow has grown. Means we wanted a medicines, we have medicine. We wanted all the gadgets, we have everything, cars, everything we have met actually. Competition was during 1980 also. That time requirement was less, number of players were also less. Today the problem of unemployment was also there. We all became self-employed because no one employed us. It is true in my case. I don't know the same is case with you as well. Now you have to think and find out ways how members stick to the payment terms and conditions set forth by the COSMA under so many variety of challenges and circumstances, which we are going to do today. Challenges like in government sector, government tenders. In government tender, minimum conditions are, tender has to be, for buying you have to pay the tender fee, for filling you have to fill with the AMD. After you become L1, you pay the security deposit for performance. After you finish the contract, you have to end up paying the performance bank guarantee. These are all the criteria without which you don't get in, or we have to comply that 100%. Big corporates just hand over 10 to 12 pages of their own one-sided terms and conditions. We have to agree first, then only we become eligible for further discussion or negotiation or quoting for them on prospective jobs. No second thought, either you agree or disagree on such things. Industrial customer normally consider 10 to 20% advance against ABG, balance against performance invoice with 10% PBG, or worst is a 30 days credit for a payment processing. Sometimes very unreasonable terms also come into picture, like 2-year, 3-year, 5-year guarantee for a very mission critical jobs like data centers or some other projects, critical projects. Not a standard terms of 1 to 1.5, 5 year, that is 12 to 18 months guarantee. LD clauses like 5% per week to maximum up to 25% LD clauses are also running now. Not 5% per week or week up to 5% maximum. 180 days credit, many customers are asking this with the vendor finance schemes. And one very this thing is so many days credit from material receipt note at site. There is a lot of big catch in this. They don't say it not from the date of dispatch, instead of material receipt note at site. Our material takes about minimum about 4 to 5 days of reaching, and then if that person is not available, he will not make the material receipt note. If he is on leave, again it is get lingered. Or if atmospheric condition do not permit him to check our materials at site, again it will linger. Another 1 month of credit as it is people add by putting this kind of clauses. At site price, whether you pack, you don't pack, they want at site price. In case of export, is either 100% through bank or 100% before dispatch. In this case, hardly any credit exists. In some cases where customers are small, we also dictate our own terms and conditions. Most of the time we do with the people who are putting for first time their project, or small hospitals, small offices, etc. Ideally, I feel there should not be any credit policy to be adopted by anyone. Businesses only run through banks. In this case, bankers become richer. They share our wealth in margin, which we barely exist. So, with about this kind of with various challenges, I want to stress upon, in business there are three categories of people. One is pessimistic, other one is realistic, and optimistic. As a businessman, we have to be more of realistic and less of optimistic, and take call according to our own consciousness. In this world where customer is having variety of choices than ever before, being realistic means look at our own designs, your organization, product quality, so that you get popped out of the crowd and grab the attention of the customers. Generally, human being needs mysteries to be happy in life. If everything becomes smooth in life, we don't enjoy it either. Today we consider payment collection as the biggest problem than manufacturing of panels. So be it, we have to enjoy the game. That is where we must train ourselves to overcome this challenge. Now I request others to churn out it further. Later we can adopt the payment terms and conditions co-abstracted by representing members of today's meeting. I thank you all for the gift of time extended to Cosma. I now hand it over to the moderator to take forward the meeting. Anandji or Visha, please.
Yeah, just a moment, sir. I'll just hide it.
विशाल अभी सतीश सर को हैंड ओवर कीजिए माइक.
1 मिनट सर. Satish sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I have said you can unmute now.
Yeah, you are unmute. We can hear you, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Sir, all are mute, only you can speak.
Sanjeev, wonderful presentation. You have boosted our morale. Next time we negotiate the business, we can ask for better terms of payment, better conditions, and certainly not agree to guarantee of 5 years and like that. I want to share some experience of mine. I started manufacturing in the beginning of 1975. 1975, February was my first order. Order was from a paper mill. It was worth about 32,000 rupees, which was a very big order in those days. When I went there for discussions, as usual, the customer said no advance. Not because he didn't have the money, not because the term going those days was no advance, but because he didn't trust me. He always felt that if I give advance to Satish Bhai, and Satish Bhai is just a beginner, he may not have capital, he'll divert my funds to something else, maybe his own home expense or whatever, and then he will never deliver. So, to the extent the customer sent his representative to my society and asked 1 or 2 members in my society whether the flat in which I was staying was a rented flat or it was an ownership flat. To that extent, customer was having kind of a distrust in my capacity to deliver the goods. Luckily for most of us today, that is not the case. Now coming to how to ensure proper or good terms of payment. Each one of us is obviously keen to grab the business wherever we go for negotiations. But a good order is the one which is technically correct, which has got specifications which can be fulfilled by us, delivery terms which can be fulfilled by us, guarantee terms which can be fulfilled by us, and terms of payment which we can sustain or bear. Most of the panel manufacturers, unfortunately, have bad reputation among the suppliers of being bad paymasters. I don't blame our fellow members for that because their whole cycle of money rotation is like that. The cycle is very slow, cycle is very long, cycle is kind of disrupted in between. Customer pays and then stops payment, part payment, etc. So one of the things which we must do is to organize ourselves. I have experienced very great disruption in completion of my panels when we were dependent on English Electric for their electromechanical relays. Many of you must have seen or known those relays, CDG series and all that. It was a very big problem. CDG11, one relay, which used to cost something like 1,200 or 1,300 rupees at that time, used to hold up panels worth 30,000, 50,000 rupees. Luckily, on supply front, nowadays, we have absolutely no problem. So, first thing is we must give proper order to our suppliers so that we can complete the panel in all respects. Once the panel is completed, we have a right to demand. Like the builders say, OC is received, take possession within so many days, etc. We have a right to demand from our customers that you must lift the panel. Now comes what terms of payment. Terms of payment has to be negotiated, keeping in mind our financial status, our financial situation, and I would insist or I would request all of you that minimum 25% advance must be insisted upon at the time of negotiating the order. Let the customer pay us the advance after we confirm the order. Okay, but advance must be taken. I've had very bitter experience with some of the large corporate houses. They've placed large orders on me. Later on, their projects have changed. Some of the projects have been dropped, and they've not lifted the panel from my factory for months on end. Advance is a must. Then comes the balance payment. When I started, the balance payment was against pro forma invoice. Our customers' man used to come with a DD, demand draft, not a check. Demand draft, deliver it to us at our factory and get it loaded in the truck. We used to help him in loading because he cannot bring his loaders. But this is where we started. Slowly, as the competition started, customers started taking advantage. They reduced the advance from 30% to 20, 10, 0, etc. Unfortunately, due to bad business conditions in a particular period, we had to agree to that. Then started customers demanding credit. Credit 10 days, 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And then it came to payable when able. I decided one very strong thing, that even if I had to lose an order, I will not accept terms of payment which will later on hurt me. There have been cases where large project orders have lost. But it's like a local train of Mumbai. If you miss one train, there's always the next one to follow. Quite often in our anxiety to grow very fast, we accept orders with bad terms. I would request all of you, appeal to all of you, that think of how best you can have the terms which Sanjeev has suggested today. I want to give you one more example. You might be knowing that I was with Larsen & Toubro for many years, and I was in charge of sales. So we had large number of stockists, and we used to give them credit. Initially there was no credit. A dealer who is appointed used to have no credit. Then started 30 days, 45 days. 45 days is very common, particularly for stockists who used to pay on time. Then we started experiencing that 45 used to stretch to 60, 90, etc. We had a very intelligent financial officer. He introduced the term of bill discounting. They made an arrangement with a bank which will take bill from Larsen and Toubro, discount it, means with a but small percentage cut. They'll make payment to L&T and collect from the stockist on a particular date. If the stockist failed to pay on that day, he had to pay the interest to the bank. This to a very major extent, regularized terms of payment with large number of dealers. When I left L&T in end of 74, there were approximately 200 dealers, and almost all of them got kind of regularized on terms of payment because of this scheme. Later on, in my own business, I introduced this with one or two of my large OE customers because they were buying panels from me, some of them more or less standardized panels, 3-4 panels every month, costing almost 15-20 lakhs rupees each. Now, if I went and gave them open credit, I will be a bankrupt person. So, while negotiating, I negotiated with them terms of payment, 10% advance. I had to agree 10% advance, balance through negotiated hundi. They used to call it hundi through bank. 45 days. Bank used to cut some percentage and pay to me immediately as I presented the hundi to them. And customer had to pay on 45th day to the bank or interest would start. Maybe all of us can apply our mind. Ultimately, it will have to be case to case with the customer, how the customer is, what is his basic financial situation. Frankly speaking, also, how is the intention of the customer? Many times customers have the money, but they don't pay. With all this, we have to look to various possibilities, taking care of our business interests. But once again, last request, don't be too eager to grow at the cost of bad terms of payment. Thank you very much. Any queries?
Thank you, Satish sir. Everybody is mute actually. So, Anand ji, आप बोल सकते हैं? Please speak.
नहीं सतीश सर, आपका एक वो राजस्थान एसोसिएशन का वो एक्सपीरियंस है, वो बताइए जरा.
Rajkot Machinery Association, Rajkot in Saurashtra, they are manufacturers of machine tools. They started with small drill machines, went to shapers, went to milling machines, then went to sheet metal working machines, cutting, bending. Later on, they even today, they make CNC machines. I would talk about 1978, 3 years into my business. I then decided that now that handworking enough is enough, there must be some better machinery working so that I can get more accuracy, better quality. So I went to Rajkot. I had some friends there. They were actually stockists of Larsen and Toubro. I knew them very well. They introduced me to 2 or 3 good machinery manufacturers. I wanted to buy from them sheet metal cutting machine, 8 foot long, 2 mm capacity. And I wanted to buy a similar machine for bending presses they used to call. So after studying a couple of factories and discussions and all that, I zeroed in on 3 or 4 of them, negotiated, finalized the order. Came to terms of payment. They said, you must give me 50% advance. 50%. Because my material content is 50%. I said, that is not possible. Finally, with great persuasion and with the so-called intervention of my friend in Rajkot, they agreed to advance of 33 1/3%, exact 1/3. If the order was 3 lakhs, I had to give them 1 lakh rupees advance. So this was advance. Then I said, what about the balance? I will pay you balance once you deliver the machine, commission it at my factory, and 1 month of satisfactory working. Can you imagine? That man said, sorry, I cannot accept these terms. My man will come. You give him the money, DD in his hand for balance payment. Only then he will commission the machine, not otherwise. I tried at least 3-4 other manufacturers in Rajkot. They all told me the same thing. When I dug a little more, they said this is the condition imposed by or agreed to by all of us in our association meeting. So I'm sorry, I cannot accept terms other than what I have quoted. And believe me, friends, finally, irrespective of my so-called status in the business, I had to accept those terms. The moral of the lesson is unity, strength in unity, firmness, willingness to lose the order if terms of payment are not accepted. I pray we can all come to this kind of situation with our Cosma unity. Thank you.
Thank you, Satish ji. Meeting will end in 8 minutes. Please rejoin with the same username and password. Yes, Anand ji, go ahead.
Yeah, Connect Well could start with immediately.
Vijay.
Connect Well, please speak up. No, not Vijay. I forget the name actually.
Dheeraj.
Dheeraj, right. Dheeraj, you can start, Dheeraj. All mute, only Dheeraj on.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Cosma, for providing the opportunity to us to speak and put forward our views on this. If we start, what is our current business scenario if we look at it? We are working in a misgoverned or a cash-deprived ecosystem, which is generally dominated by large government and institutions, large-scale LSTK. So this is basically the biggest problem statement that the electrical industry today is facing, like on a very larger scale. So the problem statement because of this cash deprived or misgoverned ecosystem is that we also have a limitation of market, which is in specifics dominated by a very typically few LSTKs, EPC contractors. We have more vendors. So currently the buyer-seller ratio is skewed. So due to the demand and supply situations, the buyers are looking at vendors as interest-free lenders moreover. So this is what is leading to our non-encouraging payment terms, uncertainty in receipts. There are longer credit periods and retention in forms of PBGs. This is what even Sanjay sir was pointing out at some times ago, and this is leading to the entire maybe a very non-encouraging environment for business, as payment collection is becoming the biggest issue for any business house to operate. We are under tremendous financial losses due to lower selling prices, and uncertainty of payment terms result in loss of interest in the entire business, as our demand supply situations are not basically very conducive. But still there remains some fact that some vendors are still faring better. So if we look at the situation, we need to basically go a deep dive into understanding why are some vendors or why are some business houses still doing better in this particular skewed economy. So probably they are having a better market pitch, they are having a better value proposition. A better value proposition could be quality, delivery, it could be anything, like, you know, a specific pitch that a particular vendor pitches to command or demand a specific amount of premium or a specific negotiation capability with his buyer. So or he even has a better financial discipline so that he is not affected by the basic current situations that are prevailing in the market for payments. Having a better optimized or a lean operation manufacturing. So overall, we need to even realize that it may not be only the payment that is a problem. We actually even need to realign our own entire marketing, our own manufacturing towards realizing a better preposition in terms of a better supplier, or positioning ourselves as a better supplier to optimize and to be in a position that we can demand something better from our buyer. Specifically, I don't know much, but then what can we do as a Cosma group or a specific group? We can create uniqueness amongst our vendors, among our own members. We can do this. Creating uniqueness could be having a better marketing page, having a better value addition, as I was telling you, having a better financial discipline, optimization of our manufacturing. So this could help us in commanding premium or improvising the negotiation capacity. We should be having more unity amongst our members so that we can basically build up a better price, demand a better credit term, and so forth. As even sirs were saying, that we need to go for a 25% advance or be bent on our own credit terms with our buyers. So this should be done. We can have a cluster of our manufacturers formed among our vendors, and then probably negotiate for improvised credit terms with our vendors. This cluster then has a better negotiation capability where we can actually talk about a better secure payment modes like LCs, PDCs, or against deliveries, as the case may be, and as the business environment can go. As an entire group, as a representation, we can probably approach ministry in improvising the interest rates for working capitals. If we look at the scenario, our housing loans are at a cheaper rate. Abroad, the working capitals come at a very cheaper price value. We are paying a higher interest rate. So as one of the points was that as a MSME or as a basic panel manufacturing association, we could probably initiate this where we have a better interest on our working capital. So this can definitely reduce our financial stresses. We can organize training and consultancies on lean manufacturing quality. We can have improvising help our own people, understanding our own strengths, improvising our market pitch, aligning our team members, allowing our members to understand the long-term goals that we want to work on. We have to work together as a group to generate financial discipline, maybe in terms of not basically undercutting each other when it comes to pricing, having a better, or being more stringent on the recoveries, and not being generous on giving credit terms to the customers that are there. This is how probably a small scenario could change the way we work, and then probably we can have a better command on how we look at things. This is a very small type of scenario that we feel as could help us in getting forward. Thank you, guys. This is what the views.
Thank you, Dheeraj.
Thank you, sir.
I think meeting is ending in 1 minute, and we all can rejoin the same meeting with same ID and password. Anandji?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, Anandji.
Hello.
Yes, Anandji, we can hear you. Please speak.
Hello. Actually, the point is what Cosma should do all about this. This is the first question. Second is there are total 156 PSUs in all over India, which are large one. And if you want to convince the all of 156 PSUs, it is really very difficult, because even in the bank guarantees, they are not ready to change even one word. So how they are going to change